Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. Hope you all had a great start to your Tuesdays here. Waiting for another video to cross 2,500 likes. I am recording this a day after yesterday's run, so the likes have not been posted over the weekend yet, but I did get some feedback about the eye tracker video, and I'll talk about that in this episode here. But first off, here's your meme of the day. It's always a good time to see this one come back on this Invicta subreddit. This one posted by PSC LFGB. I'm not sure if that's supposed to mean something, but in the thread, title thread was "Can't have one without the other. Curse of the blind. Curse of the XL." Yep. That's I was anticipating something like that. I love the Mo and Barney meme. Thank you very much, PSC, and everyone who upvoted that one. Top on in. Get this one going here. Hopefully, have a little bit of a stronger start today. Well, it's kind of, I guess. Hotel Bravo Papa Victor 7R with 2 A's. We've got Red Stew, which is an okay item. It does decay very rapidly, and I will say this, that it's not a very good starting item because of that decay. Unless we get something like Rock Bottom. Even if we have a lot of killing power, which we don't, but even if we did, it wouldn't last us very. It wouldn't extend it too much longer. I ended up picking up that Soul Heart. Normally I would leave it behind, but we're kind of on a time limit here with Red Stew. So we really have to get a lot of value out of Red Stew for this to be worth it. And I got stuck inside of a rock, and we're just gonna lose that Soul Heart. All right, good start. Good start. Some of the jukiest flies I think I've ever seen. So we gotta get a move on. But yeah, talking about the eye tracker video, I don't know why it was so misaligned, because on my end it was working perfectly. On my end on OBS, or not on OBS, because I can't monitor OBS while I'm recording and see where my eyes are looking, which is the reason why you saw sometimes my eyes go over to the monitor constantly, because I was trying to see exactly if everything was working. I did a test recording and it was working fine, seemingly anyway. And I looked back at the footage after people were saying that it seemed a little misaligned, and yeah, it was definitely. For some odd reason, it's almost like it was only picking up one eye on the recording for the YouTube episode. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It was working perfectly fine on the monitor. I calibrated it. I don't know how many times. It was at least 4 or 5 times, something like that. I calibrated it, and the eye tracker software was working great. The circle was exactly where I was looking. And there was no issues at all. I did a test recording. That one also looked fine, so I figured everything was good, but it was definitely inaccurate. So I don't know if I'm going to do a post-video analysis because it is so inaccurate. I don't know. I also don't know if I'm going to re-record the episode either, because a lot of people were saying that it's distracting, or they didn't enjoy it, or that sort of thing. So I think we might just move on from that. I'll wait till this video posts to get feedback on it. But I had no idea that it was so inaccurate, because it definitely is. You'll see me looking at just like at random corners down on the ground and stuff, or not ground, but down at the bottom of the screen, which obviously is not where I was looking. These are all great items here, which we're gonna just take all of them here. But again, we got to get a move on, because remember, we've got this ticking time limit on our value for Red Stew, so we gotta keep it moving. We go on to the last piece question of the episode, coming in from Cheshire Cat. Excuse me a moment. The floor lickers can be a little squirrely in here. Cheshire Cat says, question of the episode, why do you not take golden hearts? So I don't normally, when I leave a golden heart behind, it's not really a conscious decision. It's more of a well, I'll come back and get this and then I'll just forget about it. That's the answer to 99% of the questions of why don't you do this? Why didn't you pick up the Eternal Heart? Why didn't you pick up the Soul Heart? Why did you pick up the Golden Heart? That sort of thing. All that revolves around it comes back to the idea of it's something that I probably would have done or should have done but didn't. Yeah, we're done with fortune cookie, or we're done with the jar of everything. But golden hearts, I don't mind golden hearts. Usually I'll leave them on the ground because I don't want to pop them yet, and then I will just simply forget about going back to them because they don't really rank too high on my list of priorities. You know, unless if I really need money and I'm thinking about it, which does happen from time to time. But for the most part, they're easy to forget. But there's no strategical reason why I would not take a golden heart. Other than if I was on a half heart, like a half soul heart, and I was like, I don't want this to bust, especially if I know that I'm going into the curse room or not. Or at least coming out of there anyway. I don't like the everything jar. It gives you things that you want, sure, but it requires so many rooms to clear that it's just, in my opinion, just not worth it. Fortune cookie at least can give us a chance to get some soul hearts and stuff. We should go into the shop here. Red stew is about done. So we might get one more floor. If we can get 4 floors of value out of red stew, I think that we can call that one a victory here. Nuke everything in. We got that. Hierophant card. Nice. Very nice. Good shop. For once, we have a decent shop. We got lucky. We did get lucky, but for once, it's a decent shop. Oh, and there we go. Yeah, so red stew is totally done now. So now we can just kind of explore as we flew through the first 3 stages here in less than 5 minutes. But that's also to be expected because we are dealing so much more damage than usual. We can easily one-shot a lot of things, unless, of course, you're dealing with a fly that decides to juke you, and then the other fly also decides to juke you, and you get stuck behind a rock. Check out the curse room real quick here. Probably should have saved that bomb. Yep. Definitely should have saved that bomb. Let's check the... Okay. Yep. Game punishing me for not keeping that bomb. Sack room shuffle here. It's not really the play. We don't have anything that can reduce our damage, and we also don't have enough HP, so I don't think it's worth it. Just see what we got right here. Hopefully a bunch of money and bombs, yeah. But yeah, I was really surprised when I saw the comments. People were saying that that it just seemed inaccurate, and my thought was, I was like, man, there's no way it was inaccurate because I remember calibrating it. I was looking at the screen, but it must have only been picking up one eye, I guess. Or honestly, this is my hunch. Honestly, it was probably something to do with a misalignment of the layer on OBS. That's my guess. So whenever you capture the eye tracking software or any third-party software, you make an OBS browser source basically, or video source, and that it sits on a separate layer than what the gameplay is at. And my guess is that somehow it moved without me realizing it, and it was just off. Because the software works fine. The software is totally fine, and it was working on my end. So the most logical thing that I can think of is that somehow that layer got misaligned a little bit, and I didn't know it either by way of me switching scenes. The layer may not have been locked. I don't know, but I'll take responsibility for it because I'm the one who set it up. But the software itself works perfectly fine. I've used the Beam eyewear tracker before. It's worked wonderfully in the past. It's worked for 2 videos in the past as well. So this one I'll take the L on this one, but I truly don't know how that happened. Normally if I ever have like a layer in OBS where I'll click and drag something to move it, sometimes OBS selects the wrong layer, and I usually correct it pretty much immediately. So it's possible for sure that I may have done that and then didn't realize it. Got Meconium here, which is going to give us a little bit of AoE power. There we go. Oh, hey, look at that. We got a soul heart. Nice. No, I think we're done with Satanic Bible for now. We've got Fortune Cookie. This doesn't make it a sacrifice a boss drop, and we could use some base stats upgrades here. Mucormycosis, or not my mucormycosis. Meiosis, whatever that is. You know, the flower one. That one picks up 5 random or 3 random pickups from the previous floor and brings it with you. It can be okay if you saw something that you couldn't reach, but we have flying. And Meconium is not great, but when it does proc, I mean, it has a chance to give you a soul heart, and hey, I'm all for that. At least we have Spectral Tears. That's what I'll say. Spectral Tears are going to help us out big time, and flying as well. I mean, Lord of the Pits is it's pretty huge here. We have a chance for a Guppy item. We have a chance for Leviathan transformation. So there's pieces of a good run here. We just need to get the accompanying stats to sort of supplement what we have and don't have. There we go. Meconium just one-shotting this entire room. Never give up, game. But with a base damage of 3.81, and again, another run where our tears rate exceeds our damage, even though it's not by a whole lot, of course. It's starting to get down to crunch time here. We've got to start getting some quality damage as we take a damage on the final shot of the room, as always. You know how we do around here. If there's one more final shot to have, God knows we're going to get hit by it. Shot speed is a little bit too high, but it's working. I definitely would love to get a Red Heart HP upgrade here from this Judgment, because that would make our Devil Deal a little bit cheaper. Okay, we get an Eternal Heart, which is going to give us an HP upgrade. For some odd reason, I don't know why I'm just now remembering this. Ooh, nice. We get the compass. I don't know why I'm just now remembering this, but I definitely forgot Lost Soul Buddy in yesterday's episode. I don't know why I'm remembering this 24 hours later. And there's nothing in here that triggered that memory, but for some odd reason, I just now realized that I forgot Lost Soul Buddy. Right after, in that secret room yesterday, right after I said that, which I will probably forget him. That's so weird. I don't know why my brain was just like, by the way, you definitely forgot Lost Soul Buddy yesterday. Oh man, my brain's losing it, man. I'm losing everything. I'm not. Oh, that was a nice little timing there by that random red poop. That was very cool, game. Why did that turn into red poop? Was that always there? I don't even remember it being there. I guess it was. I guess it was 2 red poops, and then Meconium changed one of the ones into a concussive poop. So after a very hot start here, we're slowing down greatly because obviously our damage is just not there. We do get Incubus, which is going to help out our damage, or at least our DPS anyway, as he does essentially double our damage, our DPS, since he's, you know, just doing the exact same thing that Isaac is doing. Oh, that was an extra step in a schmoove right there. Thankfully, Big Fan was there to save our hide. We had another question in the episode. This one was interesting, coming in from Dennis, who is one of the longest tenured members of the Mosh Pit Patreon and also comment streakers that we have. And Dennis said, if you could, 2 dimes, I'm just gonna use it now. He's been rating the haircuts lately. He says, if you had to do one on both of the streak save files, would you rather do a run without any items at all, or would you only do TM trainer items? So I think Dennis is asking me if I had to do one or the other, which one would I do? Either no items or TM trainer items. I would begrudgingly do TM trainer items because at least they can get broken, right? I mean, they can also break the game and just kill you instantly, but it's worth it. It's worth it to at least have a chance to just absolutely destroy the game than know that I just can't take any items at all and it's going to be an absolute slog of a run. Where you have to play at a pretty high level to not take any items in Isaac. It's not like Mega Bonk where you can still get stat ups but not take items, you know. So yeah. So if I had to choose between one or the other, regardless if it's on the Twitch streak file or the YouTube save file, I would have to do TM Trainer. I mean, we did survive just barely. We did survive a whole week of TM Trainer. I don't know if I would survive an entire week of no items. And I don't think anyone outside of the crazies out there who like to watch me just to see me lose, I don't think anyone would enjoy those runs. I know that I wouldn't enjoy those runs. You know, it would just be a big bummer to just not have any items. But some of the randomizer challenges apparently try to set us up for that, so who knows? Okay. Being bamboozled here by the compass. Okay, let's stop getting hit in this room. Or let's just keep getting hit in this room. What is happening? Ridiculous amount of damage in there. Get a blank rune, which is undoubtedly going to be a black rune. Yeah, this is where Spectral Tears and Flying help out greatly. I foresee us missing boss rush on this run, which seems crazy to say, but at the speed that we're clearing in these last two stages particularly have been at a crawl rate. Justice. Cute game. And that's also not going to help us out here getting a useless orbital. The synth oil damage upgrade was nice, but we need more. 5.50 is like a good Eden start. But we're about to go into Depths 2 here with not terrible stats, but not great stats either. Our second Guppy item, which is our only Red Heart HP. And I'm just going to take the blank rune and hope we get an answers on the next rune here, or on the next map. And let's see if we can get answers. And we got the guys. All right. What gave us the soul heart? I didn't actually realize we were that low on HP. We took way more damage in that room than I realized. What is going on with the... Dude, the shot speed is making everything flip out right now. And now we got to go against Super Pride, who is, again, someone I did not want to fight. Or Ultra Pride, I mean. Figured, oh, it's going to be Gluttony or Sloth or something. Oh, it's definitely Ultra Pride. Thankfully, we have Flying. I am going to take the left hand. Meconium did a fine job for us. I am not going to complain about the work that Meconium put in today. Absolutely terrible week of football. Buccaneers did win, but man, my all my picks were pretty much terrible, along with everyone else's. Because, like, who would have thought that, like, the Texans would beat the Ravens at home? Especially, we just do it just straight up pick'ems, like who is going to win. And the Ravens were easy picks, even with Lamar Jackson not playing. Figured, what's his name? is he can't be that bad. Oh yeah, he's pretty bad. Then somehow the Titans ended up beating the Cardinals, so that was also pretty neat, because the Cardinals were a surefire lock in that. Then the Chargers were looking good, and then they lost. So it was not a good week of football, other than the Buccaneers winning. The Eagles lost, though, so I'm happy about that. Although I did pick them to win against the Broncos. Fortune Cookie doing a good job here. There's our Fool card, which was what I was hoping for. We got really lucky that it was right next to the boss room. But even then, still, we're going to have less than 2 minutes to beat Mom. And with this damage, I don't know if that's going to be entirely possible. It's definitely possible, but it's going to be close, I'm telling you. Thankfully, it's not a champion Mom for once. Again, Spectral Tears, especially in this arena, is extremely helpful. His hairball increasing in size because it's absorbing enemies and also shots. I think we are going to make it the boss rush here. Okay, go check the Devil Deal first. Sulfur's 2 of 3 for Leviathan, but is it better than Fortune Cookie? Fortune Cookie is the only thing keeping us in this game right now. I'm going to say no. And there's Quad Shot. Okay, so Quad Shot makes things interesting here. Well, we know that our shop's going to be good because we fought Ultra Pride. I'm less inclined to go for a sort of a riskier play with Sulfur because we have the left hand, and most likely we're going to turn into Guppy, I hope. I'm kind of hedging my bets right now, and there we go. I just called it. Literally just called it. Okay, so that's what I was going to say. I'm finishing my thought here. I was hedging my bets thinking that we were probably going to get Guppy, or at the very, very least, we would be getting a somewhat reliable way to get into the Devil Deal. And now we got it. Mama Mega. Take options. We could do Mama Mega, but I think that Fortune Cookie honestly has been making a comeback campaign here. You recall Fortune Cookie really fumbled the bag for us last year. Has since been on the bench, but you know, I'm kind of impressed with what we've been seeing today. I like the hustle. We absolutely can go play the Sacrum Shuffle now, and we may just do a straight up womb skip here. That would only cost us. Oh yeah, now we're definitely gonna do it. That would only cost us an Eden token, and obviously like a few soul hearts here and there, unless we get the 7 soul heart payout. I think that doing a womb skip is entirely reasonable, and it's not only the womb skip as well. We're also skipping Shoal, obviously. I feel more confident now with a soul heart generator, or at least a pseudo soul heart generator, plus having Guppy and 9 lives. 9 lives is obviously the big point in that one, so we don't have to worry about polar invincibility kind of delaying us here. I'm going to drop the left hand as well, as we don't need it anymore. And if we get the opportunity to go get Sulfur again, I will, but I'm not going to get the opportunity. And this is the play that I would have liked to had on yesterday's run with the Filigree Feather. There's our Soul Hearts. And all of a sudden, the power curve on this run just went insane. We're definitely trending upwards. Grab our Soul Hearts here and head to Lamb. There we go. Get an opportunity here for more offense, and then we can double back and go take the negative. And we're going to get Leviathan as well. Man, oh man, that was so good. That whole series of events ended perfectly for us. I will take Kami Conception. It's basically free almost, thanks to the Leviathan transformation. And yeah, then we're just going to Emperor over. We have enough HP to make this happen. We've got enough damage here with Guppy's Paw, or with the Guppy transformation, and then on top of that, we also just got a nice damage upgrade from Pentagram. So all systems go here. And what a drastic turnaround that Depths 2 was. We go from not being sure if we're going to make boss rush to all of a sudden going straight to Lamb and blowing this run wide open. That's what you like to see. You like to see those, what we like to call some big time plays. I can see 9 Victor Bravo Foxtrot Sierra Quebec Kilo Kilo. And now with us having still maintaining the fortune cookie, we have a chance of really making some big plays here on the sack rooms as they come along. And obviously we'll know when there's a sack room because, well, we've got the compass. See, everything's working. Everything's lining up. Perfectly balanced, as it all should be, or something. I haven't watched the Avengers. I haven't watched Marvel. One day, though. One day I will do the Marvel circuit, and I will understand all of the references. But honestly, whenever I see Josh Brolin, I think I'm looking at Gurney from Dune. Speaking of Dune, there's the new Dune Topps Chrome set coming out this Friday, which I'm looking forward to. I'm not going to take that HP upgrade yet because I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this half Soul Heart, and then that sets us up for 2 HP on the next life here. So we use 9 lives. I'm going to drop Old Capacitor because it's not good with basically anything. Then we're going to go grab this HP upgrade. Get the body. Sure. But, I mean, the Glyph of Balance is fine, but the body gives us way more options to do more fun stuff. We get Soul Locket. Wow. I wouldn't mind either. Soul Hearts or 30 cents. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess I'll take 30 cents then. Or Soul Hearts. Cool. Man, oh man, what an absolute banger of a run. It came out of nowhere, and I mean out of no freaking where. Let's see. Maybe we could buy something interesting here. Well, definitely interesting. I don't know if it's going to pay out for us, but we'll see. Secret room should be to the north of here. It's the only place that makes sense. What? Got the broken shovel for some odd reason. I don't remember I do not remember the requirements for the broken shovel. This is the super secret room. We're looking for the regular secret room. We know it can't be there because it's adjacent to the boss room. It can only be here, I guess. Key bum. It's key bad. And we get the D Invizzle. Hang on a second. Oh! Oh, baby. USA. 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 Look at that. Now we got ourselves an urn here. Rolled it into rock bottom. Man, oh man, what a complete and utter reversal of what we were seeing. And this run wasn't bad by any means. It was just a weird start with Red Stew. Oh man, Fortune Cookie is just crushing it for us now. So now rock bottom is going to enable us to get any stat ups as a permanent stat up, and it goes wonderfully with Red Stew, which we still have a chance of, I guess, seeing if we see it in another shop here. And there's Keeper Sack. Keeper Sack, obviously another S tier item. It's going to give us random stat ups except for tiers every time we spend money in the game that's in a shop situation. We got a Hierophant card. Man, oh man. And Adrenaline's going to be 2 or 3 for Spun. Every time we pick up a Soul Heart, we also gain stats. So if I really, really wanted to, we could get rid of these Soul Hearts and go pick up those other Soul Hearts because we have Soul Locket. That's probably the most time I've ever said the word Soul Hearts in one sentence. We go get, hey, movement speed, a little bit of shot speed, a little bit of range. Yeah. Why not, right? It's just free stats just laying right there. And now we have a really great synergy with Soul Locket and Fortune Cookie whenever Fortune Cookie decides to proc. So there's Sulfur, but I do want more tiers. We've already got the Leviathan transformation. Although Sulfur would give us permanent damage upgrades. And of course the Brimstone Beam effect, so yeah, we can go Sulfur here, that's fine. Rotten Baby, we don't need you today. Your time is nigh, but thank you to Fortune Cookie. Fortune Cookie absolutely crushed it for us. I know that I just got done talking about that synergy, which is true, but every time we use Sulfur, you get a damage upgrade. And because we have Rock Bottom, that damage can never be lowered unless we somehow lose Rock Bottom. So it just, right now, HP obviously is no longer a concern, especially with us having 9 lives. Well, 8 lives now. The only thing we care about now is just destroying this run. Kind of deliberately took damage there so we could use this Hierophant card just to give us the Soul Locket payout. And yeah, that's something. Got a little bit of luck, a little bit of movement speed. We get another HP upgrade here. Demon Baby is something we don't need because Demon Baby is given to us for free thanks to Cambion Conception. And whenever you get a run like this, you gotta take it all in, you know? It feels good to have a strong run. This is definitely not new territory, but we're in a good spot here. That Krampus is dead. And I don't really care about the Eternal Heart. We don't need it. I mean, we're firing on all cylinders now. We're gonna lose the Bone Heart. Again, don't really care. Library could be interesting as well. Really. I'm gonna keep using Sulfur on cooldown. Is this gonna give us the Bookworm transformation? Or do we already have it? No, we haven't touched a book yet? I thought we did. Well. Now I could and probably should be taking pills here. You see we got a speed down, but it didn't actually lower our stats because of, you guessed it, Rock Bottom. So pills are still a slight risk because they can give you a health down, but that's the only thing that can really hurt you. Oh, wow. We get it hurt. So now if we take damage, we get a temporary but massive tears up for the room, right? And because of Rock Bottom now, that is something that we can easily exploit and farm with with It Hurts, because It Hurts does not have a, it doesn't go, it goes over the tears cap. So the next time we find a, oh good, the next time that we find a sack room shuffle, we'll be able to do some work there, or we can just run ourselves into this fire here too. Yeah, and you're seeing the tears rate go up and up and up, and those are permanent stat ups that we're getting from It Hurts. Take Lusty Blood here. Again, those are going to be permanent damage upgrades too as well. And I mean, this run absolutely caught fire on the back half of the first lap. Alga's Rune. And I'm going to go straight for the sack room shuffle here, just so we can get more and more and more out of It Hurts. There is a cap to how many times It Hurts can proc, but there's no, it doesn't go against the tears cap. It goes above it. Now, I don't want to lose this life because this is a lot of HP to be just throwing away. So we'll hold off on going down to 1 HP and see if we can get ourselves a heal. Got plenty of keys, so this should be a slam dunk of a room. Well, it could have been a slam dunk of a room. There you go, and you see that big damage jump there. That was from Lusty Blood. Again, this isn't even accounting for the damage ups that we're getting behind the scenes with Sulfur. Nice easy peasy soul heart there. Restock. Hive Mind, baby. Remember, we're also getting big stat ups there from Keeper Sack. So let's go back and play the shuffle a little bit more. Get a little clot. Might as well hold on to him. And look at that tears rate. Super fast charge on Brimstone. And now with Hive Mind into play, our flies are going to be dealing even more damage. Redemption. Again, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose all these Red Heart containers that we can use for a Devil Deal. Not that we're in dire need of a Devil Deal at this point, obviously now, because we're smashing the game. But still doesn't mean that I just want to throw away lives for no reason. Let's not do that. At 30 cents. I didn't mind either one there again, because this just gives us more buying power and more Keeper Sack power. Grab this here Soul Heart, and let's see what we can buy. Battle Ray. Take the battery. Red Stew. Well, we did find it again. We just need 1 cent to get it. And that is going to be an absolute metric butt ton of damage. That is going to be a permanent damage upgrade. We just need 1 cent, game. And we got several. We got 5. So, holy moly. Yeah, that's an almost 8 damage upgrade. That is permanent. I mean, we don't even have time to fire 1 Brimstone there. And this is going to be spun as well. Good lord. And we're going to get the redemption bonus. So, I mean, everything's cooking. Yo, Redemption giving us a bonus. Again, that damage is going to be showing up in the back of Rock Bottom. Our actual damage is much lower than 23, but because it's been boosted by several sources, it's going to be a while before we actually get a damage upgrade that's going to affect our stats. The Fool card there, but I don't think we're ever going to need it. As any room that we go into, we just own at this point. It's just ours. So grab ourselves an easy peasy soul heart. Gonna stick with sulfur because again it does give us that damage upgrade. And I need to make sure we're not getting capped on that either. There we go. So you see our damage went up to 2611 now. And that's thanks to wow, man, the game is giving up. Now it's really trying to make this to a new. I mean, it gives us the Brimstone curse, but the sneeze is kind of annoying. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but we are destroying this run. That even getting some luck here. We just need 2 cents for full mapping. Remember, that does proc, it hurts, because this does count as damage, but we've already capped out the benefits of that. Got plenty of bombs here. Hopefully the bomb beggar gives us a couple of cents. Or just take 9 bombs and give us a half red soul heart. That's also fine, I guess. Yeah, thanks. Dude took 9 bombs and was like, here, enjoy. And we can use the Algiz rune here. There's no reason to hold on to it. Okay. We don't need to hold the curved horn there. We get the benefit of the 1 damage up, or 2 damage up, whatever it is. Again, in the background of Rock Bottom. And we get the Mother transformation. I mean, what other transformations do we want? It's a transformation smorgasbord today. Gonna save sulfur. Well, there's no reason to save sulfur, really. We're gonna do boss rush. We're gonna destroy boss rush, and it's not going to matter. We're gonna go negative this time because we already have the Polaroid from the first lap, and none of these are great. I guess Keeper's Kin, and yeah, this is gonna be domination right here. It's instant deletion. Oh, it was Haunt. Of course it was. Pretty sure he hit the other opposite end and spiked rocks there. Yeah, so we've used sulfur enough to where we can start making a difference on our damage again. My God. Yeah, we're just farming stats at this point. Deliberately take some damage here just because I want to get these soul hearts that are on the ground for the soul locket. Any mush. We might as well go for the fungi transformation, I guess, too. Oh, I thought there were more soul hearts than that. Well, either way. Absolutely destroy. There's the soul hearts. Absolutely crushing everything here. Again, a really stark contrast to what we were kind of expecting with this run to what we got now. And Brimstone is actually a pretty big DPS down, I would say. for most rooms, so I'm not too concerned with using the sulfur cooldown just for a stat boost. Basically a stat stick at this point. Oh, Isaac, thank you. Could take Abyss, I guess. I mean, Abyss might be fun. We abyss both of those items, so we have sulfur now locked up into a brimstone fly, an abyssal fly, and then we also got dark matter, which was a damage up. Pretty think it's safe to say that we probably don't need a damage up at this point, but I'll take it still. You see that brimstone fly just kind of scooting around everywhere. What's happening over here? Who's delaying my run? There you go. Down goes Mama. And Eye of Belial is also pretty massive here. I want to abyss something. I'm gonna abyss you. I don't know what black powder turns into for an abyssal fly, but and yeah, we can go fight old Hushy. We'll go destroy him real quick. Range upgrade here, which is definitely something we don't need. Oh man, Anima Sola. Not the run for our boy Anima Sola to be here, but we get Purity as well. Good lord, man. All of the temporary stat ups that we normally think of have been like, oh, this would be a great time for rock bottom. We're getting all of them right now. Every single one of them. We did get a second incubus, by the way, so we now have an incubi situation here. Oh, black powder makes the little pentagram on the ground. I did not know that. The black powder fly creates that little field that you normally have to draw with the circle. That's awesome. Hush is just getting blown up. There's the brimstone proc there from the sulfur abyssal fly. And sure, why not get perfection as well? As for the run that has everything, we just get stronger and stronger here. And it is a huge run. Hey, how can you not have fun on a run like this, you know? We don't get these runs every single time, but whenever we do, it's always a nice treat. I'm gonna temporarily pick up Dim Bulb here, and then use it to get the stat benefits. Then we're just gonna put it down again. And rock bottom. Be in the goat. Oh, we don't have any keys. I thought we still had keys. Of course, leave it to Haunt to cause the issues. Try for a Soul of Cain play here. At a couple doors. I doubt it, if the Ultra Secret Room is here, it's going to be in this room here. Yeah, it's not. Okay. It's worth a shot. Oh, we also got Mom's Kiss. I don't know what happened to little Claudie, but... What? What? Did I not take the Polaroid in this? First lap we took... The first lap, I thought we took the Polaroid. Huh, I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I could have swore we took the Polaroid. I may have skipped it, I guess. I don't know. But we didn't have the Polaroid, and I thought we did. So either way, I mean, we would have destroyed Blue Baby and Delirium anyway. So still, fantastic run here. I'm going to go back and look because I'm genuinely curious about that. I swear to God, I remember picking it up. But either way, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. What a run. What a run to kick off Tuesday here. And again, thank you for the support on the Isaac series and Megabonk series. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Alacran19, Chronic Shadow, Carlos Ibanez, and Saul Petty. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.